Good morning, student. Today we will discuss CBSE question paper 2018 of re-examination. Our first question is, what do you mean by bye in a tournament? Bye, it is a sort of privilege given to a team to play directly in second round without playing first round. The team which get bye, he will directly play in the second round. What are non-nutritive components of diet? Non-nutritive components of diet are those diet which are required in small quantity. They are considered as food supplement and act as defensive food and help in proper functioning of various organs. This diet improves the immunity system of the body and helps to defend against germs, disease, infections, etc. And we should take and these are vitamins, minerals, and we should take vitamins and minerals 15 to 20% in our diet. Obesity means when the body mass index is more than 30 degree, more than 30. What is sensory processing disorders? Sensory processing disorders, it is a sensory processing disorders. It is a condition in which the brain has trouble in receiving and responding the informations that come in through sense. The sense of the persons is not working. The sense of the persons is affected. Therefore, he will not feel any pain, taste, touch, hearing, etc. And he failed to respond to extreme heat or cold or even pain. These symptoms become very serious and enough to affect the normal functioning and disturb the life of a person. What do you understand by kyphosis? Kyphosis, it is a posture deformity. It is also known as round shoulders. In kyphosis, it is a problem of thoracic case and cervical spine, that is abnormal curvatures of spine at front, that is our shoulders come front. Okay, our shoulders come front, our neck drop forward, neck and chin drop forward. Our body weight shifted forward, and our body weight shifted forward. It causes unbalanced positions, and there is lot of pressure over the toe. And the cause of kyphosis may be due to overload during the children's taking heavy bag, weak muscle of the chest, shoulders, wrong postures during standing, sitting, and the corrective measures for kyphosis are doing backward bending exercise like chakrasan, dhanuasan, reverse back sit-ups, earth chakrasan, etc. These are the some corrective measures which we can perform to correct. What do you mean by anorexia nervosa? It is not in your syllabus. What do you understand the stroke volume? Stroke volume means the amount of blood pumped out by the heart per beat. Stress fractures. What do you mean by stress fractures? Fractures means breaking of fractures means breaking of bones by some external pressures. There may be slight breakage or complete breakage of bones. Stress fractures are classified into various types. First, it is categorized into two parts. complete closed fractures and open fractures. Closed fractures means when the broken bones remain inside the covering of the skin. There is no open cut over the skin. And open fractures means there is a cut over the skin by the sharp edge of the bones. Fractures, there are various types of fractures like complete fractures, in which in complete fractures bones break completely into two pieces. Incomplete fractures, bones is cracked or partially break. Greenstreak fractures, in greenstreak fractures the bones is bent. There is a light bending with there is a light bending and the bones does not bend completely. Okay, and it is commonly seen in the children's. The bones due to because the children's bones are weak, delicate. Therefore, in greenstreak fractures, the bones bend and there is a light cracking in the bones. Comminuted fractures, the broken bones break into small pieces at the site of fractures. Impact fractures, in impact fractures, the broken bones is driven into another bones, that is the broken bones slide over the other bones. In transverse fractures, the broken bones break into right angles with the axis of the bones. In stress fractures, the fractures in stress fractures, it is caused by repeated stress over the time. Okay, stress fractures, it is caused due to repeated stress over the time, and it is mainly occurs in jumping. Bone is pressed. Bone is pressed from the corners, and it cause partial damage to the bones due to the stress of the bones again and again in the same place. And oblique fractures, the bones break diagonally. And compound fractures, in compound fractures the bones the breaking of bones along with dislocation. And last, complicated fractures, in complicated fractures the bones is crushed into many pieces and the delicate organs like brain, kidney, etc. are damaged by it. Next is difference between abductions and adductions movement. Abductions means when the movement, abductions, it is a movement towards the midline of the body, and abductions means movement away from the midline of the body, and adductions means movement towards the midline of the body. Okay, abductions means movement away from the midline of the body, for example raising the hand upward, and adductions means movement towards the midline of the body. For examples, uh, um, uh, for examples for examples dropping the hand sideward. Next is, what do you mean by intrinsic motivation? First, motivation, it is derived from the Latin word movers, which means to change or to move. So, motivation, therefore motivation is a moving force, which force motivation, it is a moving force which energizes an individual to do an activity. Okay, motivation, it is a force which make a person to move or to behave in a particular way. When we say that one is motivated, it means that he is driven or moved by an inner urge to achieve the goal. The person who has high motivations is likely to perform better as compared to those who are less motivated. Okay, so motivation, it is a moving force which force an individual to do an action. There are two types of motivations, internal motivations and external motivation. Internal motivations is also known as intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivations are those motivations which come from inside of an individuals, inside of internal motivation depend upon basic needs like biological needs like trust, hungers, social needs like friend, family, psychological needs like love, self-esteem, attitude, etc. Athletes engage themselves in an activity for their own sake. An athlete does not get anything from it. He do activity for its own sake, enjoyment, etc. This is known as internal motivation or intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivations are those motivations which come from inside of an individual. For example, trust, hungers, family, friends, love, etc. External motivations or extrinsic motivations are those motivations which come from outside. Motivation due to external pull, attractions, etc. For example, reward, punishment. These are the external motivation. Next is, what do you understand by flexibility? Flexibility, it is the ability of a person to stretch the joint as much as possible. Okay, flexibility means the ability of a person to stretch the joint as much as possible, means ability of joint to move in maximum range. There are two type of flexibility, uh, passive flexibility, active flexibility. Passive flexibility means stretching the joint with some external help, for example with the help of partner. And active flexibility means stretching the joint without any help. For in active flexibility there are two types, static and dynamic. Static flexibility means it is the flexibility performed from a fixed point, for example toe touching, chakrasan, etc. And dynamic flexibility means stretching the joint while in motion, while in movement, for example during gymnastic. Next is dieting program having weight loss as an objectives are failures. Justify the statement highlighting a bad effect of dieting. What are the effect of dieting? If we do dieting, it's affect our health. It affect our health, body fitness, the efficiency of our body. Um, Next is, what is autism? Discuss briefly about the symptoms and cause of autism. Autism spectrum disorder. Autism spectrum disorders. Autism spectrum disorders. It is a group of developmental disorders. Okay, autism spectrum disorders. It is a developmental disorders. In this disorders, the child face difficulty in communicating with others. Okay, it is an ongoing source of problems that includes difficulty in communicating with others, interacting with others, language problems, social skill, etc. Repetitive behaviors, as well as he has limited interest or activity. He does not um, he live in their own world. Okay, autism spectrum disorders, it is a developmental disorders. Therefore the child does not become social. He is not able to adjust in the society. He faces difficulty in communicating, interacting with others, problem in adjustment with others, etc. He do those same things again and again, limited interest, activity. And the cause of autism spectrum disorders may be due to genetics, low birth weight, environmental factors, brain injury, etc. Symptoms of autism spectrum disorders, like socially he's not able to adjust in the society, limited interest. And the management technique of autism spectrum disorders is changing his lifestyle, motivations, behavior therapy, counseling, sympathy attitude, etc. Define endurance. Define endurance. Explain any two methods to develop endurance. First, endurance, it is the ability of an individual to sustain or continue activity, means ability of an individual to carry an activity for a long period of time without any fatigue. There are two types of endurance: short-term endurance, long-term endurance. Short-term endurance means in short-term endurance, or we can say anaerobic endurance or muscular endurance. This endurance, in this endurance, the person do the activity for long duration with fast speed. And long-term endurance, the person do the activity for long durations and the speed is less with a slow speed. There are three methods to improve the endurance. Three methods: continuous training methods, interval training methods, and fatigue training methods. In continuous training methods, the player do the exercise continuously for a long period of time without having any break or pause in between the workout. Because of long duration of activity, the intensity is slow. In continuous training methods, there are three types of continuous training methods: slow continuous training methods, fast continuous training methods, and variable continuous methods. In slow continuous training methods, the players had to do the activity for long period and the speed is slow. And in fast continuous training methods, the players has to do a middle running, basically used by the sprinters or middle runners. It had to develop an aerobic endurance. In fast continuous training methods, our speed is maximum. Our intensity of workload is high for long durations. And in variable continuous training methods, it is a combinations of fast and slow speed. It helps to develop aerobic and anaerobic endurance. Interval training methods. In interval training methods, we follow the principles of effort and incomplete recovery. We do the activity, we divide the in interval training methods, we follow the principle of effort and incomplete recovery for the development of endurance. In interval training methods, we divide the workloads into small pieces and we do the workout bit interval in between the workout rest and so on. Next is fatigue training methods. Fatigue training methods, it also helps to develop endurance. In fatigue training methods, the natural track are used to do the running. We use the natural track, natural environment to do the activity. The athletes in this fartlek training methods, the athletes is free to run on his speed. He may fast, he may run fast, slow, jogging, sitting, walking, etc. He is free to set his own speed. He may use shortcut, long cut, etc. But the things to be kept in mind is that he has to reach the finishing point in a desired time. In fartlek training methods, the distance is usually 10 to 20 kilometers and the time is approx 1 to 2 hours. What are the common soft tissue injury? Discuss briefly about the cause and preventions of sports injury. First, soft tissue injury. There are two types of soft tissue injury: skin injury and muscle injury. Skin injury are those injury over the skin like abrasion, contusion, incision, laceration, and muscle injury like sprain, strain, muscle pull, etc. These are the soft tissue injury. The cause of sports injury are due to lack of fitness, poor concentration, overstress. If the players take overstress, tension, not performing warming up, equipment, wrong equipment, not wearing protective guard, faulty skill, not following the rules and regulations of the game, aggressive behaviors if the players play with aggressive natures, poor play fields if the playground is not according to the rules of the game, not wearing protective equipment, wrong treatment, wearing uh, wrong treatment of injury, etc. These are the some cause of sports injury. Okay, lack of fitness means if the player is not physically fit. Poor concentration if the players have poor concentrations, if he is not mentally ready for the competitions, it may leads to injury. Overstress or tensions if the player take overstress, tension, it may leads to injury. If he not wearing protective equipment failures, faulty skill if the players um, if the players perform faulty skill or unbalanced movement, unable to control his movement, etc. If he does not follow the rules and regulations of the game, playing the game aggressively, etc. And how you can prevent a sports injury? We can prevent sports injury by performing warming up. Before doing any activity, do a proper warming up, have a proper medical checkup. After, if you are medically fit, then only participate in the tournament or training. For proper concentrations, the players should have full concentrations over the activity. Have safety guard and safety equipments. Always wear a safety equipment and have a good quality equipment. Proper training, do a proper training, sufficient playground, play field, physical fitness. You should be physically fit, mentally fit. Proper playground, the playground should be according to the rules of the game and it should be safe, neat and clean. Activity under the expert observations. Whenever you perform the activity, do the activity under the observation of the expert. Follow the rules and regulations of the game. Play the game with sportsmanship spirit. Considers the sports ethics, sportsmanship. Do not play. Control your aggressiveness. Control aggressions, violence. Proper training methods. Use the proper training methods. Have proper balanced diet. Follow the training principles. Training knowledge about health educations, first aid, etc. These are the some preventive measures from the sports injury. What is first aid? What is the role of first aid in minimizing further damage in case of dislocations and fractures? First aid is the immediate and temporary care given to the victim before the arrival of the doctors. And the first aid for the fractures and dislocation is, the first step is rest. Do not move the joint. The victim should be kept in a comfortable positions. Comfortable positions. Apply cold compressions means use icing. Icing helps to reduce the internal bleeding. Provide support by using string or splint bandage to avoid the further movement, as well as it gives reliefs to the victim from the pain, and the patient should be handled only by the expert, and x-ray and other diagnosis should be done properly, and apply the plasters so as to enable the joint to take its real positions. The immobility should be done for approx 3 to 6 weeks as per the doctor advice, and after the full recovery of the dislocation of fractures, the rehabilitation exercise or physiotherapy should be done to regain the strength of the bones and joint, and it should be done under the expert observation only, etc. These are the some management technique for bones and fractures. First, what do you mean by aggressions? Discuss briefly about instrumental aggressions and hostile aggression in sports. Aggression. Aggression, it is a violent behaviors that can result in both physical and psychological harm to oneself, other, or the object in the environment. Okay, aggression, it is any form of behavior directed towards the goal of harming or injuring others living who is motivated to avoid such treatment. Okay, simple aggression means a violent behaviors that result in both physical and psychological harm to oneself, others, or the object in the environment. There are three types of aggressions. There are three types of aggressions: impulsive aggressions, instrumental aggressions, and assertive behavior aggressions. Impulsive aggressions is also known as affective aggressions. In impulsive aggressions, it is taken by the strong emotions of angers. It is not pre-planned. It is this instrumental aggression take place in the heat of angers. For example, shouting when someone come in front of you while driving, etc. It is not pre-planned. We take place in the heat of movement. And next is instrumental aggression. Instrument aggression, it is pre-planned, and the aim is to harm the other. The aim is to harm the others and achieve something. It is pre-planned. Okay, instrumental aggressions, it is carefully planned. The planning and usually exist as a means to end. We achieve our goal by harming the persons. For examples, obtaining the money by harming the persons. And last, assertive behavior aggressions. This aggression, in this aggression, the intention is not to harm others. Okay, the intention is to establish the dominance rather than harming the opponent. For examples, shouting on the players to dominate him, to create a psychologically disturbance, discomfort for the batsman, etc. Okay, this is assertive behaviors aggressions. The intention is to establish dominance rather than harming the opponent. For example, shoutings, making him psychologically discomfort. These are the three types of aggressions. Okay, aggression, it is a form of aggression. It is a violent behaviors which result in both psychological aggressions. It is a range of behaviors that can result in both physical and psychological harm to oneself, other, or object in environment. There are three types of aggressions: impulsive aggressions, hostile aggressions, and assertive behavior aggression.